All right, so we are going to start on exercise 2.4. Once again, this one's going to be in inches. All right, and this one's going to be a little, it's not a plate like the last several, so it's going to be a little more difficult in that respect. Let's see here. Grab a line. I'm going to do my bottom line first, and that is 3.75. Then I'm going to escape. Yeah, I guess I could have gone that way. Oh well. But I did not mean to do that. So if you ever accidentally end a sketch and need to get back into it, just in your browser, double click it and it'll open it back up. All right. So this line on the left side is 1.25. And we're going to come over by 0.75. I'm going to go up. It doesn't give me this actual dimension. It just tells me that the whole thing is 1.75. If this is 1.25, that leaves me with 0.5. All right, I'm going to come over this way. It doesn't give me a dimension here either, but it does tell me that this is 0.75 and that the whole thing from this side to the end of this line is going to be 1.5. So I know that this is going to also be 0.75. All right, and now we have some of our other lines, and I'm just going to draw these out arbitrarily because it's a little easier to do angles that way. And then I'm going to come back and add the dimensions. So if I click this line and come out this way, that's going to be our 25 degrees. And now on this one, if I click this line and this line, notice you can kind of get all the different angles as you go around. But I want this one. This is going to be 60. All right, there we go. And these are just as long as they are till they meet each other. And there is actually a hole in the middle, and we can actually go ahead and put that in there. Why not? And that hole is going to be 0.75 diameter. It is going to be 1.5 inches from the side and 0.75 from the bottom. All right, so now we can finish the sketch and extrude. This whole part is 1.5 inches wide. So I'm going to put in 1.5 here, and I'm going to select everything but the hole and say OK. All right, so now really the only thing we have left to do is to kind of hollow this out. And there's a couple of different ways we can do this. We're going to do it the probably the most simple way. I'm going to start a new sketch on my top plane right here. And like I said, I always like to rotate mine to where my top is right side up. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a rectangle. I'm going to draw it in here. And I'm going to actually make it extend all the way out the side. So now I'm going to add dimensions. It shows us in the picture that the edges are 0.25 all the way around. So from here to here, 0.25, here to here, 0.25, and here to here, 0.25. All right, so we have all that. I'm not worried about this end here because it just is what it is. But I want to make sure that when I extrude this, that I don't go any deeper than leaving that 0.25 shell at the bottom. This can also be done with the shell command, but we'll do that later on in the book. So I'm going to extrude this, except I want it to be a cut. And if the whole thing is 1.75 and I want to leave 0.25, then my extrusion is going to be 1.5, which it already is because that was the same distance we used earlier. So from here I can say OK, and that's the part. Let's make sure we save it, and this is going to be 2.4. Save. Let's make our drawing. Make this a little bigger. Might be able to go up to 3. Let's see. This might work. Have to move that one a little. Ooh, it barely works. Move that down just a bit. Move that one back up. There we are. That's better. Say OK. Go ahead and do my center marks and my bisectors. So there and there. Those should be our only hidden lines here. And over here we are going to have an extra hidden line where this line is. So this is a little below. So that's going to be it there and there. All right, so now we can start adding our dimensions. I'll give my overall dimension here. My width dimension here. And my height here. Let's see. Go ahead and do this dimension. Actually, that's up a little too high. I'll bring that back down just a little. Because now I want to do the whole thing, and I'm going to put that right over top of it. Add in my angle dimensions. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the angle. There we go. Let's locate the circle. There we go. Now let's see, what am I missing? I'm missing how thick these all are. So what I can do there is I'll do those right over here. I don't need to do the width here because I have that over here. There. And I think that is all of the dimensions, so make sure you save your drawing and turn it in.